All right, you guys. Like I said, going through life, you're going to go through a lot of stuff. There's going to be a lot of emotions. You're going to deal with pain, hurt, anger. But what's important is what you do with these emotions and how you deal with them. For me personally, I use music. I like to focus my energy and really kind of just zone out in the music. To me, the best music is the music that kind of makes you just think and zone off and get kind of lost. You kind of just have the opportunity to figure things out and just touch base with yourself and reflect on what you got going on. So for me, I was able to use that and use whatever anger or negative feelings and things I had going on in my life and use that as motivation to push forward and to push through whatever it was I was facing. I had a close friend of mine who lost his life in front of his son. So like I said, I've seen both sides of the situation and both sides of the coin suck. So if I'm able to speak to you guys now and pass on my experiences and you're able to learn from my losses and my hardships, then I want to be able to do whatever I can to help the next person. This is real life. Like I said, I didn't have a father figure or anybody growing up. My mom was always working, so I basically kind of raised myself and just gathered whatever I could, whatever information. Most of it really was music. I listened to a lot of music, and at that time you're so young, you don't really have a lot of areas to gather information. So you just have what you have, and you form your own thought. As I continued to grow up, I ran into a lot of people, some good, some bad. You run into haters. There's always going to be people that hate on you. When you do something good, there's going to be people who have negative things to say about you. Even when you're doing good, when you're doing bad, there's always a lot of things that you deal with. There's going to be people that come in your life. You're going to face lots of different obstacles. It's dangerous. Things that you're going to have to overcome. There's a lot of people, and a lot of people have a lot of different things that are going on. There's a lot of violence. Personally, it really just affected me because violence is always a last resort. And when you have certain situations, you have to always understand that it might always resort to violence. Sometimes there's people, when they run out of options, people don't always want to talk. So sometimes people's last resort are violence, and you have to be aware. Basically, for me, in my situation, I had to grow up and I had to be prepared for anything at any time, because you never know what was going to come. People who want to fight, there's people who, do all types of things for no reason really at all. Sometimes there's a reason, sometimes there's not. But basically, I was just hardened at a young age, and I basically had to understand that you had to be prepared for anything at any time. And I wouldn't want that for anybody else. There's always a better way to do things. And I know for me personally, I wouldn't want my son to have to go through the same things that I went through. I would like for him to have a better way, more positive options to deal with than what I had to deal with. All right, you guys, let's get into this next song. It's gonna be 50 Cent, Many Men. You're now tuned into the Uncuffed playlist. It's your man, DJ 50.